Well, welcome to day 22 of 30 days towards creating a family ministry plan for your church. My name's Tommy, and we're with Ron Hunter, who's the author of the DNA of D6. I'd love to tell you a little bit about what some people are saying towards your book. Timothy Paul Jones, who is with the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, he said the DNA of D6 is a powerful and practical family ministry book that I wholeheartedly recommend to every pastor, ministry leader, and parent who cares about healthy churches and Christ-centered families. So in this chapter, Reach and Teach, you use some unique wording when you say feeding monsters. What does that mean?
Well, a mistake churches often make is to lean to either the reach side or the teach side based on their talents and gifts, rather than living in the tension of trying to do both. The Great Commission passage that we've heard all the sermons about tend to emphasize reaching. Mm-hmm. And while we're supposed to send people and be part of witnessing, it also says we're supposed to teach them so that they will complete that cycle and go out and do the same. So a church really is compelled to do both. I had a chance to sit down and work with several churches at a speaking event I was at about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And one of the churches came to me over lunch and said, all of our people are older. They're over 55. We don't know how to begin this. And so I walked them through the Reach and Teach, which the level 1 is the connection group. And Level 2 is about electives, and Level 3 is about that discipleship life group. Level 1 is what I wanted to share with you today, and I asked each one of them, what is your affinity? What's your hobby? One said they're about gardening, one said they love to read, another said they love to work on cars, and we went around and found their hobbies and said, don't you think there are people in your neighborhood and your community who would love to learn more about those affinities? And so I challenged one to learn more about organic box gardening, build the boxes in your yard, get people, young ladies in the neighborhood who love to learn to grow herbs. I challenged the guy, show young men how to change the oil in a car, how to change a tire, work through that. And this level 1 group is about meeting for 6, 8, 12 weeks. Not a long commitment. Bring people together, and do not get a large population of people from the church, 1 or 2, maybe 3, and let the other 6, 8, 10, 15, ever how many is part of that group, be non-church people. There's no curriculum, and in the middle of it, you just pause, or maybe at the end, and say, hey, we're going to pray, and what's one thing I can pray for you this week? And you might share one verse, don't preach, of encouragement that you read, and it's all of 3 or 4 minutes. And you've encouraged them, and you're building a relationship. And you're all just trying to show how human we are. That's what level 1 groups are about. And tomorrow we'll jump into, level 2 and level 3. But every church can start by building relationships around the affinity groups and hobbies and passions we have.
Yeah, so today's focus is more on the reach, and so we'll talk relationships. That's the word for today. Just meaning, what relationships can you make and can you foster in your community with those that are unchurched? What groups could you even possibly start? No matter what your demographic is or how big or small your church is, what ways can we reach into our community? And so maybe talk about that with your teams, your staff. Also, don't forget to go to d6family.com/DNA, where you can purchase the book, The DNA of D6. We think it would be an awesome opportunity for you to not get it just for yourself, but for your whole team, your staff, your volunteer leaders, your teachers, small group leaders. We think it would be an incredible opportunity for you to just stay on the same page as you're trying to reach into your community. Tomorrow we'll talk even more about this, so we can't wait to see you on day 23.